return of the golden child. Son of air parted with a barber's preciseness, brave-hearted for life is return. Air parted with a barber's preciseness, brave-hearted for life is return of the golden air parted with a barber's preciseness, brave-hearted for life is return of air parted with a barber's preciseness, brave-hearted air parted with a barber's preciseness, brave-hearted for life is return. Air parted with a barber's preciseness, brave-hearted for life is return of the golden. Air parted with a barber's preciseness, brave-hearted for life is return of the golden child. Air parted with a barber's preciseness, brave-hearted for life is return of the golden child.
Silencing any public criticism of the system. It's about commercializing and selling everything as a product. It's about letting China torture students and still allowing them to host the Olympics. It's about closing down government-owned schools and hospitals, turning them into apartments, and then letting private companies make profits from teaching your children or selling you drugs. The secret societies and political organizations running the New World Order use various symbols and numbers. Once you learn their secret language, you too will have the all-seeing eye. Happiness and for your love, I would do anything just to see a smile upon your face. For your love.
You said all better than rap, because right now it is almost impossible for you not to see how strong rap has gotten. You know what I'm saying? It's like our brothers and sisters, our youth, and some of our adults, their ear is pinned to rap music right now. And if you really want to get our message out, if you really want to start teaching, we need to start doing that. We really need to start using our methods. You know what I'm saying? The last poets did it with poetry, and even in our history.
Own that. Because it's not a place where God isn't. But it could never be a time when man is shall where God is not. Because God is only. And the Hyksos priests were mad. So what they said is, I want this stopped now. So they said, Cosmos. Right? And Cosmos approached the chief of the Hyksos, whose name at the time happened to be Apapis. Apapis doesn't sound familiar to you, but Apapis is where you get the word pope from. Or Apapis. And it's also the name that you refer to as Satan, Lagos, Shaitan, Satana, Diablo. The devil is Apapis. The last Hebrew ruler in Egypt of the Hyksos dynasty, name was Apapis. They did not come into Egypt by force. They did not come into Egypt and just conquer. They eased their way over a long period of time. And their easing in, plus the time that they ruled, it amounted to 430 years. None of these things are coincidences. It's all coming back around to ancient Egypt and the right knowledge. For them, it explained the forces of nature that raises a person up every 25,000 years for the renewal of our history. Right? It speaks about that. It speaks of nature. So when you think about the creative source of will, you're talking about nature at work. Nature is an English derivative of the word nectar, or nectaru, or nectarat, moral. The infinitive is nectar. Moral, like more than one is nectarat. So nature is a movie that appoints people by birth. That's why we've been saying all our lives, leaders are not made, they are born.
golden child. Imparted with a barber's preciseness, brave-hearted for life is return of. Imparted with a barber's preciseness, brave-hearted for life is return of the golden child. Son of. Imparted with a barber's preciseness, brave-hearted for life is return of the golden child. Imparted with a barber's preciseness, brave-hearted for life is.
Omnipresent, hard to imagine. In your circumference are laws of attraction. Immortal, having neither form or shape. Visualize paradise, all we seeing is hate. War in the trenches, tears and pain. The physical is gone, our soul remains. Much more than rap, more's reign and royalty. Recognize the Most High's authority. Gradually moving, approaching the throne. Unified peace and love is the way home. Go get it. Stop waiting in your slumber. You must rise above being encumbered. Start with the place inside of your heart. Transit emotions all play a part. Live in the moment outside the time frame. Relinquish identity, remove names. You know the science, the tear in the physical. Blood of the Anunnaki at the pinnacle. We in control of the world again. Here to make things better, we're here to win. Get the Kodak, let's respect one another. We can all live like sisters and brothers. We in a spirit called non-ether. Come on. Science, that's the original creator, you know what I mean? 9 to 9 power of 9, symbol of infinity. Forever, indeed. Science. Get him out of there. We in a spirit called non-ether. Wonderful words are heard through your speaker. Flip it, unite the hoods and love. Hood soldiers, redirect the aim of the slug. Stop the nonsense, align with nature. Fall back in the arms of your maker. Mysteriously seeming elusive. Bringing the message for healing conducive. Sound and electric, light in an enemy. Lock some, no you won't stop our leaders. The struggle on the earth is felt. Somebody tell John Cena this is bigger than belts. Underground military bases, aliens come to abduct the weak as the Syrian. Michael, homeland beams on the rifle. Everything will change, arranged in a cycle. People of the sun know we came from the water. Micro, macro, identical in order. Cells in the dolphin, placing the seed, scientists for the trees. And what about our sun who shine? The same sun having a soul, spirit, and mind. What about the air we breathe? Conscious and living is something we need. Time is a measuring tool of innovation. Merge with the source, eliminate the separation. Small percent of hoard and the riches. We are the senior race, giving them glitches. Even Chuck said fight the power. One day give them back all the weed and powder. Import guns and move it to the hands of the hungry. Who's in control of your country? Trial and tribulation, mind-boggling. In the shadow of death, legs are wobbling. Return of the chosen. Green grown last dragon, omnipresent. Hard to imagine. Move to the rhythm, it came from the core. Reptiles, mammals, hairs in your pores. Project of Adama, working in the laboratory. Let's not tell his, tell our story. 76 air pockets, get a bottle of champagne and pop it. Primary co-create the original. One eye who is seeing analytical. Hold on, a better vision, make your day better. Do something you love forever.